saying, even what happened with Saudi Arabia last week. Very interesting. Now, I want us to talk to Atieno Awino to just give us an update on what's trending and what Kenyans are saying on social media. Atieno, over to you.
Good morning, Fatia. So basically on social media we have quite a number of topics going on. Top of it is the KCPE and KCSE. We've seen NEC update us on what to expect, because this is actually a unique exam period, considering we have two classes, grade 6 and we have class 8 sitting for their national examinations. So something is, we are all actually learning how this KPSEA will be working moving forward. So today the KPSEA candidates will be sitting for 2 papers, maths in the morning and then English in the mid-morning up to noontime. Then for KCPE, as usual, maths, English, then in the afternoon they'll do their composition. So basically that's what's coming out. And then we've also seen the education officers, top officers in the education sector moving around the country, overseeing the opening and distribution of examinations in various countries. We have the CEO for KICDs in Kakamega. We had TSC CEO also, alongside David Njegere of NEC. They were also in Langata, then they moved to Makadara a bit later on. Another topic that is quite hitting the headlines, people are really conversing about it on our social media platforms, is CS Kuria and the maize story. So on Saturday, he did pronounce himself, and he said he was giving maize farmers 72 hours to sell their maize to the millers, failure to which they will have to take other measures. Of course, this was not received well by Kenyans. Most people are actually asking themselves, who is the agriculture CS? Is it Kithure or is it Kuria? And how is it that the trade CS is coming into matters of agriculture? So that's really blew up a conversation online. If you can check our Facebook page, that post has really performed, and people are actually bringing in a lot of questions. But on the other hand, the farmers are saying, yes, we have harvested. Some of us are still in the process of harvesting, but we cannot sell the maize we have not dried to the required standards of NCPB. If we do so, it will not meet the required standards and will end up making losses. So basically that is what is actually going on between Kuria and the CSS. And you remember he did say it's 72 hours. You have 72 hours to sell your maize before the next cabinet meeting. And we are getting reports that the next cabinet meeting will be on Tuesday. Another story that is quite also hitting the headlines is the club closures in Nairobi. Of course, Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja did put out a statement whereby he banned operation of clubs and entertainment joints in residential areas. So, of course, he released the statement. He gave out a warning. On Saturday night, now waking up to Sunday morning, there were lots of complaints from club goers in Nairobi who are actually arguing, why would you arrest a DJ instead of arresting the person who has actually employed them to do that music in that club? So it has been a conversation all round. Last night, we did see heavy police presence in most of these, let's say, well-known clubs, and this is something that is still developing. Actually, people are also arguing, why leave out churches that are also operating in residential areas, because they are also causing disturbance. They are a nuisance to the peace of the people who are living there. So it's a conversation that is still ongoing, Fatia, and we'll see how that comes out. And finally, we just have President and his deputy who are facing a lot of criticism, and so there are talks of division. But yesterday, Gachagua said during that church service at Sitam in Karen, he did say that there is no division between him and his boss, and he said it was just some people who are actually just using other ways to delegitimize their government. So basically, Fatia, up to this morning, that's all we have. We'll keep you updated on our standard digital website, and have a good day, Fatia.
Right, Atieno, of course, thank you so much for just telling us what's trending. And of course, thanks to all the reporters who